I think another thing that we could talk about, uh, in this pre-patch time, right before the expansion drops, and the pre-patch comes out, the race is to always get as geared or as ready as possible for the expansion.
Hmm.
Can you talk about the methods that you can do right now in the game to accomplish that?
Yeah, so obviously the biggest one is you want to make sure that your light level is as high as possible. Like if you're not near the max, then that's just a little bit more ground you're going to have to make up that other people are going to be getting. But at the same time, like once that campaign drops and gear starts dropping regularly, you're going to see blue and green gear that's already higher than the light level of the gear that you're using right now. And you're going to be able to raise your light level pretty quickly.
Hmm.
So one of the best things that I think most people are doing right now is they're saving up their engrams. Engrams are basically items, gear, and weapons that you can decrypt at the cryptarch, and it'll reward you with gear. If you're collecting your legendary and your exotic engrams, instead of opening them right now, if you wait until you're a higher light level, and when the new game is out, you have a chance at decrypting some of the new gear at a higher light level, and as well as
Sure.
achieving and getting new gear and new weapons.
So basically, those engrams are scaling to your level, or have a chance to scale to your level, and saving them right now is a smart move.
Exactly. Like you could, if you're decrypting stuff right now, you're going to be getting rewards that are live right now, which are just what's been in the game for the last few months, and you don't want that. You want to
Sure.
save that stuff to get a potential chance of getting the new stuff when it drops. So yeah, saving your engrams is something I've been doing for a while. The other thing is just making sure that your resources are up to date. Like people use motes of light and all sorts of other like in-world resources to level up gear. You want to make sure that you kind of have a lot of that on hand, so that when you do acquire new gear, you can level it up really quickly and not have to spend a lot of time grinding out the materials to level your gear up to the point where it's actually its most effective. Then the last thing I would say is just make sure you've done all of your dailies and acquired the maximum amount of legendary marks going in. Marks are another way you buy resources and legendary gear and equipment and weapons, and some of that stuff some of that stuff requires a fair amount of marks. Like some of them are 70, 90, 100 marks to buy these weapons and gear. You want to make sure that you have that stuff like stocked up. You don't want to be farming. You don't want like a new weapon to be on the market, ready to go, ready for you to buy, and not have the marks to buy it.
Sure.